Yo, what is good, my good people? My name is Martin. Welcome back to my channel, man. If you haven't subscribed, man, hit that subscribe button, crash the notification bell, stay up to date with everything I got going on, man. It is highly appreciated. So today, man, I'm doing another reaction video, man. I told you guys I'm coming up with these. Just want to add extra value to you guys with different type of like the blue collar type of businesses, like I said last time, that you can kind of start with your hands, because those are like most of the time, those are the easiest types of business to start, because you're not needing all this equipment. You're basically just going to be trading like a lot of sweat equity initially. So those are typically the easiest type of businesses, and sometimes the most lucrative businesses you guys can start. So yeah, man, today I will be reacting to Ben Garcia, really cool dude, man. I hit him up, told him I was gonna be reacting, man. I will have his link to his channel in the description. Make sure you guys click that. Make sure you guys go give him a follow, man, and look at some other content that he got going for you guys. So yeah, man, he's talking about the the mobile home flipping business. It's something that's been really interesting to me for quite some time. I've been really looking into this, and this is probably one of the best, most informational, quality wise videos I can find on there to give you guys the most value. So I just decided, why not share this with my YouTube community, my YouTube family. People will be rocking with me who want to learn about different type of businesses. But without further ado, man, let's get right into the video, man. That's why you guys are here. Let's go.
Guys, my name is Ben. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about how I invested in a mobile home using only $100 of my own money, and how I made $2,000 on a quick flip. I learned how to do the entire process in 3 days from reading a book, which I'm going to go into right now. And it took me less than a week from start to finish to find my first deal and get it under contract. So let's just jump straight into it. Have you ever been on YouTube and you watch a video and you think, man, I wish I could do what this person is doing? Like, whether it be flipping homes or investing in the stock market, whatever it may be, you may be watching a video that's teaching you how to do that, but you feel like, man, this is kind of so far off from where I'm at right now that I feel like this can never happen. That's exactly how I felt when I was watching a YouTube video late at night about this couple that does mobile home flip deals, and I was thinking to myself, man, that would be really cool. It seems like it's a less barrier to entry than real estate, like actual homes. So I started looking into it, and in this video they were describing how they did it and how they sell a course on how to do it step by step. And so I was really interested in it, but the course cost like 900 bucks, and I just didn't have that kind of money. And during their video they actually mentioned that everything that they learned was from this one book, which I'll put right here. And so I thought to myself, why would I pay $900 for a step-by-step process when everything they learned was in this book? So I go online and I start looking this book up, and it turns out this book is going for like $700 plus on Amazon, because the guy had passed away and his book was no longer in printing, and so there's only, I guess, a few copies out there, and these people are selling them for a lot of money. But I'm kind of a DIY guy, and I thought to myself, you know what, with a little bit of research, I feel like I could find a copy of this book for a lot less than $700. So that's exactly what I did. I started Googling the title of the book, the name of the guy, and eventually, guys, I came across a PDF document for free of this guy's entire book, which I will link in the description for you guys to read if at the end of the video you're interested in doing that. It's called...
Now see, man, look, this is the type of spirit, the type of attitude that every single entrepreneur needs to have. If you're a so-called entrepreneur and you got a business idea and you Google that business idea and it's like, oh, it costs this much to start, or oh, I got to do this, I got to have this type of certification to start, and you just give up right there, you're not an entrepreneur. See, man, entrepreneurs, man, when you see something and you know you can do something, you know you want to do something, you're going to find a way, man. It's always other ways in entrepreneurship to kind of get to your main objective. But sometimes what people don't understand, it takes time. It takes time. Like when I say time, it takes you sacrificing your time to do the research, you know what I'm saying, to, call people, reach out to people, go through dozens of YouTube, videos to try to find what a better way of entry, if the way of entry you initially found wasn't the right way. So I really like this. Why I really wanted to react to this video, because I love that about entrepreneurship and real entrepreneurs, because when this way don't work, man, if you really want something, man, you're gonna find other ways to get it in, right?
Deals on Wheels: How to Buy, Sell, and Finance Mobile Homes for Cash Flow and Big Profits. I remember I was super excited that I found this free ebook, and I leaned over and I shook my wife and I was like,
Hey babe, I just found this free book that was worth like $700.
And she didn't really have any context as to what kind of book it was, so she was just like,
oh, okay, like that's cool, right?
So anyway, I was so pumped that I ended up reading this like kind of long book in like 3 nights because I was really about it. I was still working full time, but every night I would get on my laptop as my wife went to sleep and I was reading this book because I knew that there was some valuable knowledge in it. So after finishing this book, I decided to start putting some action behind it. And I would say that this is the most important thing. Whatever books you're reading, whether they be self-help, about real estate or anything like that, the most important thing to do is take action, even if it's just a little bit, because taking action is going to get you to the next step, which is going to get you to the next step, which hopefully is some money. And in this case, it ended up being. So my first step from reading the book was to start driving around some mobile homes and look to see if people were selling them. If they had some for sale signs in their window, this was a good sign to look for. So probably the 3rd mobile home park that I visited had a for sale sign. And so I parked my car and I was about to get down and just knock on the person's door to see, you know, how much they wanted for it. But right before I did that, they actually pulled into the driveway at the same time. So as they were getting out of their car, I walked over there very nicely, didn't run up on them really quick or anything. And I told them, hey, I see your for sale sign out here. Are you interested in selling your mobile home? Then he went on to tell me that he was interested in selling for about $30,000, which I did not want to buy a mobile home for that much. And if you read the book, you'll know that you can buy some for a lot less than that. So I told him, well, I'm in the market for something a lot cheaper than $30,000. Have you heard of anything? And sure enough, he was like, well, actually, one of my friends is trying to get rid of a mobile home that his dad used to live in, and it was right across the street from his. And so he let me know that he actually had the keys to the place because he was showing people that came by to see it. So he asked me if I wanted to see it. I said, yeah, absolutely. And so we walked the place. It was really nice. It was really big. And I asked him, I said, how much does this guy want for the mobile home? He told me $12,500. And I knew that that was a little bit out of what I wanted to spend, but it was a lot closer than $30,000. And so I said, well, let me run some numbers and I'll get back to you with a cash offer. So I ran some numbers on about how much this would be worth. And I found out that it would be worth enough to buy it for $8,500 and still make a profit. So that's what I did. I offered him $8,500. And within the day, they accepted my offer. That same day, I went straight over to Craigslist and I posted that mobile home for $13,500. And in the description of the post, I let people know that I could finance the deal for them, meaning I would become the bank in this scenario. They would give me the down payment and give me monthly payments every month after that for a certain amount of time. So within 3 days of posting that on Craigslist, I had a lady reach out to me and she really loved the place and she wanted to move in very quickly. And so I asked her how much she could afford to pay monthly comfortably so that she could pay this loan off over time. And she gave me a number of about $650. And so I worked backwards. I subtracted the rent that she was gonna have to pay to the mobile home park, which was about $315 plus a little bit in insurance. And I realized that she could probably pay about $300 every single month to purchase this mobile home from me. Now, she also mentioned that she could throw in a $1,000 down payment, which would help bring the cost of her loan from $13,500 to $12,500. So what I did is I got straight on Google and I searched for a mortgage calculator, which allowed me to plug in and mess with the numbers. And I realized that in 5 years, if she paid $291, that she would pay off this loan if I gave her a 14% interest rate. Now, I know that you may think that that's kind of high, right? But check this out. She was gonna be paying rent somewhere else for about the same exact price, if not more, for a 2-bed, 2-bathroom, which was what this mobile home was. And at the end of those 5 years, all she would have to show is the receipts that she gave that she paid her landlord. But with this mobile home deal, she'll be paying the same exact thing. And although it is a high percent interest, at the end of those 5 years, she will have something in her name. She will have an asset that she could then sell later if she needed to. So I showed her the numbers, I showed her the interest rate, and she was like all for it because it was something that she could afford and she would own it outright in 5 years. So to her, it made total sense. To me, it made total sense. But here was the only problem. I still didn't have the $8,500 cash to buy this place because we had just bought a fixer-upper that we were renovating. So all my cash was in that deal and I still needed to find the $8,500 to do this deal. So here's where I got a little bit creative. I took this amortization schedule that the lady agreed to and I took it to a potential investor, which in this case, it happened to be a family member of mine who I knew was comfortable with investing in long-term investments, such as stock market or things like that. So I brought this deal to them and I said, hey, check this out. This is an amortization schedule. This lady's gonna be signing off on a contract, agreeing to pay this amount monthly. I will take the $1,000 down payment and the first 4 payments that she will be giving. And every single month after that, for the next 5 years, you are gonna be getting $291, which return on investment was about 91% in 5 years. Now, if you think about that, that. That's like saying, hey, invest in this one stock and in 5 years, you will have almost doubled your money. And it's a guaranteed thing. Then most people who are comfortable with long-term investments would be like, okay, that's a slam dunk. That's easy money. As long as you're okay with it growing over time, then it's not a big deal. And so they saw that I had taken all the liability with getting an insurance policy in case things ever went south. And if this lady ever, for some reason, didn't get to pay, I would be able to legally foreclose on her and take ownership of the property, because in this case, I would be acting as the bank. And the mobile home would remain in my name until she paid it off completely. So I signed a little contract with them and I agreed to pay them every single month at $291 after the first 4 months. And they gave me the $8,500 to buy this place.
Now that's what it's about. You see that? So you see another great example of entrepreneur, real entrepreneur, is, you know, if you can't get a bank loan, if you can't get credit, you know, you got to get creative. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of you'll be surprised if you just called somebody or text somebody or people in your networking group or people on Instagram, people on Facebook, people on your LinkedIn. You'll be surprised if you of just reaching out to people, sending a quick message to people about an opportunity like this. You know, it's people who got money you would never think, or it's people looking for investments you would never think. But you have to be creative as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are creative. Look at the richest people on earth. The richest people on this earth living financial wise are all creative people, right? So be creative, man, in your entrepreneurship journey, man. Always, always. If it's not a way, create a way. Make a way.
Then took that cash, I gave it to the owner, we put it under my name, and that took about 2 weeks. And this is where I had to spend like $100 to get the title put into my name. But after that, everything came back clear and I was able to hand the keys over to this wonderful lady who now had a brand new mobile home that she was gonna be making payments for. Now, total income for this deal was $2,164, but with $100 towards the title, we were looking at more like $2,000 profit on this deal that didn't take too long. And it was a skill that I had just learned, and it took me 3 days to read this entire book. And the cool part is that I solved problems for 6 different people in this transaction. The first one was a previous owner. His father had passed away in a hospital and he was trying to get rid of this mobile home and make a little bit of profit, and that's exactly what he got. The second one was his friend who was showing people the property. He made a commission on the sale. The third one was the new owner who I was financing this place for, who can now afford her own place because I was being the bank in this scenario. The fourth person was my investor who wanted a passive investment that was guaranteed to grow over time. The fifth person was someone that the previous owner of this mobile home actually needed to pay back some money, and so they were able to pay them back with the profit from this sale. And last but not least, I was able to solve a problem for myself, which was make a little bit more income on the side. So realistically, guys, I went from watching a YouTube video to reading a book to making a $2,000 profit in less than a month, and all I had invested was $100. And I'll say reading that book gave me so much confidence to take the next step because I knew exactly what needed to get done. And in the book, he even has the contracts that you use to make deals with other people. And so I was empowered to go out and make a deal for myself. And that is the thing that I love about financial education, and why I even have this channel, is because it empowers people to create wealth for them and their families. And when we're empowered to create that wealth, man, the possibilities of what we can do and the amount of people that we can help is really endless. And if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you destroyed the like button, the subscribe button, and send this to a friend that you think might enjoy this video or might want to partner with you on a mobile home flip. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Ben. Garcia in the next one.
Now you see, guys, hey, that's value on value, man. And also, man, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel and do your research too. He's adding value by having the actual ebook for, you know, and I heard about that book before. I heard it's like one of the best books to read when starting this type of business, because the guy who wrote it was really, you know, he really was into it. So that's just more value, more education, and investing your time, because it's free. Investing your time into stuff. But man, I hope this brought you guys some value, man. I hope you guys take action, even if it's not this. I hope this motivates you to, you know, get your side hustle, even if you're working full time, or if you want to be a full-time entrepreneur. Just, you know, grinding, you know what I mean, grinding the gears in your brain, man, to take action on things, man. Just do some research on things, man. You know, like he made $2,000 profit, and he only invested $100. However, he did invest his time, sweat equity, you know, talking to people, going out, you know, looking at properties, posting on Craigslist to get a buyer. So that's all stuff you could do for free. So, man, I hope you guys just took this in, man. I hope this inspired you and motivated you, man. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, man. Let's get up to 30K, man, before the springtime hit, man. Let's go, man. Let's go.